like the PA system was kind of drowning out Joe Prunty.
What he was saying, you could tell, was very important. He was saying they got to get their spacing right. They got to make more threes, which they did in that second quarter. But yeah, without all the feedback from the arena, it sounds much better.
Trying to drown him out here in Dallas. But we could get enough out of it, right? He was talking about that points in the paint and the paint penetration as well, and the containment. We can make that out of it. A 10-point advantage here for the Bucks over the Mavs at the start of the second half. We saw the Toyota leading scores. 27 combined points for Dame and Giannis.
Three and one here because of a Kyrie foul.
You brought it up, the 3-point.
Really just how settled in that second quarter. A 40-point quarter, 6 made threes. Kyrie with the turnover there. Great, good job by TP.
Giannis whips the pass, looking for TP from another corner shot. Kuz gives him another chance.
Yeah, good job pursuing rebounds as well. There's going to be some long rebounds on misses. The team you can offensive rebound against.
And Kuz, a little bit of an awkward release and shot. Thompson to Washington Jr. going right at Damian Lillard, trying to contact. He's got another and one. And Washington Jr. can't pay it off. So a 12-point Bucks advantage. Same starters who began the game here for the Bucks. Dame off of the Brook Lopez screen. Giannis baseline, nowhere to go, has to give it up. Brook spinning off Brown, fades it back.
Such impressive footwork by the big fella. You love seeing him dance like that, but you can tell Moses Brown at his size, he's able to disrupt Brook just enough on that one.
Washington Jr., the three's not there, and a battle for the loose ball.
Backside on guys and boxing out and getting good position. A lot of arms and hands and reaching for it, so you're leaving it up to the referees.
Giannis goes right past Brown.
Job he's done on his 10-day, and it's expiring. Well, that's one way to go out on your 10-day. Get dunked on by Giannis.
Smashed by Giannis. For Najee Marshall leaking out. Over to Kyrie. Lays it up for Brown. Brown! Right in the face of Brook Lopez. Yeah. That was a little bit of paybacks, even though it wasn't Giannis.
And so he's got a future in this league.
Now Giannis going right back at Brown, and Giannis a big third quarter. He's got 19 points in the game.
And he's getting loose. Look, Jake Kidd, Sean Sweeney, we talked about how well they know Giannis, but there's only so much you can do for a 48-minute game. He's going to get loose. He's going to push in transition, find his spots, and he has.
Dinwiddie lays it up.
So Brook just kind of put his hand up and say, hey, that's my fault. He knows he's got to be back there protecting, talking to his guards, and just a second late on that, let him get to the rim.
Giannis kind of directing traffic to Brook Lopez, cutting right down the lane.
Giannis playing a little game of chess. I feel like he can hear the defensive coverages right over there in front of that Dallas bench, and he's telling Brook, oh, cut. I'm going to hit you. Just cut. He did. Dropping a little to guard those shooters, those other guys that are shooting it. And Giannis gets some buckets.
Brook forces the miss. Made it tough there for Kyrie. Here's Dame. Gets a cross-court pass, lays it up. Beautifully done. High off the glass, the soft touch, and Dame's got another bucket. He's got 18 in the game. Yeah,
good job just pushing the ball up in transition, looking for the break. And kind of guy like Dame that get to his spots, make tough shots like that one, underhand floater, whatever you want to call that.
Dinwiddie leaning in.
Lead pushing that up pretty quick.
Boy, our research notes on Spencer Dinwiddie said since the All-Star break, he's been a little bit of a slump, just averaging about 5 points, 27% from three. Yeah, it doesn't feel like he's on a slump. 10 points, 5 of 8 shooting from the field. And look at what I found there for Brook Lopez.
Losing track of him a little bit too, and he's doing a really good job of just getting to the open spots. If it's beneath the rim, if it's in the corner at the three, wherever it needs to be, he's reading the D, getting good spacing, and like you said, just in the right spot right there.
Kyrie slips there with a wet spot on the floor, and 3 players still haven't returned. Dinwiddie probing, finding Exum. Back to Dinwiddie. And a cutting Exum. I was about to say the Bucks did a good job, it looked like, to kind of shut the door on stuff, but somehow Exum slipped behind the defense.
Yeah, they had it loaded, getting down to that dunker spot, making a nice pass.
Quarter that they've had here this year, 89-73.
Really loosened that defense up for Dallas, and I think that's what you're just waiting for, to see Milwaukee make a few shots. They did, and the power of making a few more threes.
Boy, off the mark. You don't see Giannis
To score his beautiful mid-range game as of late.
Jay Kidd was asked about his mid-range capabilities, says that it makes Giannis almost more unstoppable. Giannis with 5 to shoot, gives it up to A.J. Green. A.J.'s first shot of the night. Kyrie off the screen, moving left, sinks it. And Doc Rivers calls the top.
The Bucks, but I asked him, what does he feel has changed since then? He said, my relationship with the guys has grown significantly. He said, I've got my staff in place.
Jokes that maybe I should have waited till after after that game road trip.
Jump in right at this point right here, right? But it turned out down by 25. We're up by 15 in that game, and wow, not a scoring. Dame had 30, Luka had 40.
Yeah, 20-point game. The 45th time here this season. To Melanie's point about the answer she got out of Doc, there is something to be said, not just with the player personnel. It's worth
letting it go. His free throws are inconsistent at times, but he is a free throw maker, and these are one of those games where he's showing it.
But Kyrie,
that's how they get them. Like you said, it's not necessarily big fellas they're throwing it down to, and it's post moves. Sometimes it's Kyrie, Dinwiddie, it's the guards really attacking.
He's the guy he didn't know that he needed, that he desperately needed, bringing in, Darvin Ham, Dave Yeager, Rex Kalamian brought in, late when Doc came in last year. But all of these players, or all of these coaches, Joe Prunty, Pete Dominguez, so significant to the success rate that you see here and the continuity that you see here this year. Dame with a three-pointer, rattles it in, and Damian Lillard now with his third 3 of the night.
Great shot. Talk about a quick release on that one, just catching and letting it go. But, to your point, it's, Doc getting his first win against Dallas. What's changed, like you said, having his staff, what they believe this team can be and what they can do this season.
Dinwiddie, air ball, rebound to Gary Trent Jr. to the hands of Dame, who, by the way, has got 9 points in this quarter. And he's penetrating, looking for more. Exum.
A fantastic job, even with all the bodies that are out. A lot of the front court guys, the Gaffords and the ADs and the Lively's, you still got these guys locked in, and so I think Dame understands. You get these fouls right here, that's when you can make your money.
21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, certainly on triple-double watch. He might be sitting out till the fourth quarter. We'll have to see. Damian Lillard, another free throw on the way. And
Dallas paid for the free throw. We got Giannis making pretty much all of his. We got Dame making all of his. Makes the defense, and the Mavs be very aware of their hands, softens their defense.
Najee Marshall was waiting for the three-point attempt. Kuz tips it into the hands of A.J. Green. Dame whips the pass to Gary Trent Jr. for 3. Boy, he's been so good at knocking those down.
He's going to be locked and loaded, let that thing go, and you see Kyrie with response right there, not able to get that one either. Not shooting, spreading around. A lot of guys look at this one.
This one for Hardy, and another rebound for Sims.
Yeah, this really has been a fun stretch of basketball, and the stretch I would say you look back to is the game before. Nice pass to Sims.
Pass it up. Trent Jr. will take it, though. How about another chance? Hey.
Out their guard on the perimeter.
Oh, Sims with a rejection. Exum didn't have a chance. And Dame sneaks his way in. How about Gary Trent Jr. pulling down the rebound as Dallas pulled down?
Keep creeping up on that number.
Porter Jr. leaving Exum in his wake. Exum's had subscription plans. You can also head to getmyhometeams.com if you're still confused about the 3 different ways you can watch us.
Give options.
You got
the least you can do is give the options, especially with the point of the season that this is at too. I mean, this is, like we were saying, the last 5-6 games have been so fun to watch. This is post All-Star. On the contact on AJ, that's going to be. You got Cleveland, you got Oklahoma City again. This is you go, all right, well, we just got to see who we are now. And I think that's when this Bucks team has played their best, is with these additions. And so now to face some of those top-tier teams and to have beat Denver last game and to try to get this win and to get a nice road win, I think it just is very telling of the journey this team is on right now.
And Cleveland coming up, Porter Jr., that rims out. Obviously, it's ideal to finish in the top 4. You get some home court advantage. Thursday, they're 0 against those 3 teams. They got Cleveland coming up with another chance in about a week and some change.
Yeah, I'd be very curious with that kind of matchup because those games really do start to be, I think, games that this team gets to prove to themselves more than anything. Not the league, not the media, not the fit, to themselves that they can beat absolutely anybody. And I think that's important. Good D by AJ.
Yeah, Cleveland rallied from being down big.
25 to 3 to start.
I mean, and they're for real. Best defensive quarter, holding Dallas to no field goals in the final 5 minutes of the quarter, and that was desperately needed there by Max Christie and the Mavs.
Well, yeah, coming into the fourth quarter with a 22-point lead, I think you understand Dallas knows they've got to be aggressive, they've got to take chances, and that's what makes it.
He's short. Klay Thompson hasn't hit a three-pointer since the first half. Gary Trent Jr., though, trying to hunt down another 3. He's missed the last.
Some pretty poor performances in early quarters. If you keep it close, you have a good fourth quarter, all the difference.
You see Kyle Kuzma pushing the pace and quickly finding Gary Trent Jr. Gives it right back to Kuz on the handoff, and he'll drive and penetrate and score. And Kyle Kuzma's in double figures.
Yeah, great job. Great Euro step on that. Just take your time. Take that 1-2 step. Get that finish. You realize when you're up by 20 points, the clock is taking it so in your favor. You score just a few buckets, you know you're putting it out of reach for Dallas.
Thompson, a quick whip pass there to Hardy in the corner.
Yeah, Milwaukee just wants to take their time with these offensive possessions, use all 24 seconds. Nice.
That's not going to happen. Kyle Kuzma with about 16 seconds on the shot clock. Misses a shot. Hardy again. Kevin Porter Jr. clears. You know, the pace, not eye-dropping numbers in terms of the improvement with some of
his time here has really been impressive at his 6'9", and I think it is all what makes this KPJ
time that Kevin Porter Jr. and Kyle Kuzma, play.
Yeah, having that versatility, to your point, is what's so important. Hardy with the miss right there.
Well, Kyrie ripped it right past Sims, spinning off of Prosper. Wow.
He's got that, Lisa. He's got that. He is a player. Continues to make good decisions and involve other guys. Boy, he can take those beautiful shots anytime.
You know who else is a player? That guy.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on him. He is doing the best he possibly can. He's taking a lot of shots, trying to score about 40 in this quarter if he can. He knows he needs to.
Kuz, there's the patented AJ Green up fake. Paid off with the three-pointer. And the Mavs here on the move. Here's Thompson from 15 feet out. The foul against Gary Trent. He's got 17.
He's been an X factor, not just tonight. He's been an X factor as of late. When he's making shots, this team is so much more dangerous, and fourth quarter makes even better.
Kyrie has Sims switching off on him.
Sims is doing a really good job on the perimeter. When he switches out there and he's guarding guards like that, Kyrie, you can see Kyrie how fast he had to shoot that because Sims is able to move those feet. Got that quick bounce, can contest really well. Doing a nice job for this group and playing these minutes. You can tell what Doc likes.
Dame feeding Giannis beautifully.
The way that they've been playing. Beating Minnesota on the road, having a tough one to Houston, but bouncing back and beating Denver. Klay with an answer right there.
7 from 3. Dame now has Marshall switch off on him. Kyrie has Giannis, has to defend Giannis. Gary Trent Jr. for 3. And GT2 has got 4.
Start to take for granted how good, how Giannis, Dame, those guys are, but when you got Gary Trent doing what he's doing tonight, boy, tough to beat this team.
Oh, Kyrie high off the glass.
Some of the best players when it's fourth quarter, second half.
Giannis spins off and dumps it off.
Who he's had to beat tonight is find those guys, whether it's Sims, whether it's a shooter. It has gotten this lead to where it's at.
And the three-pointer falls. You see 20-37 they got against Toronto on January 6th.
Now you're going to see some guys on the weak side open because watch the response to getting Giannis in the post. Look at everybody flying around. There you go.
AJ Green rattles it in, and the assist there to Dame. And
he's going to get a bucket. And if they do, you got great spacing on the weak side.
And a foul call on the. There's his fourth 20-point game, including tonight. He has been great off the bench.
Oh, he really has. Just look at last game against Denver, all 5 starters in double figures. And well, he was the 6th off the bench, and it just makes such an impact when you got a bench scorer like that. Certainly missing Bobby Portis and the impact he has, because we know he's a monster off the bench.
And Irving again trying the foul on the 3-point attempt that Thompson, including tonight, since the trade deadline.
Well, I think it's as telling a stat as there could be of when you look at the trades and you want to grade for teams. Did it help? What was the impact? Well, 5, like you said, and we're much more than that to Dame at 23. To be honest, Giannis and Dame, they scored much more than this, but this is what the defense dictated, was moving the ball, high assist. Get a lot of now with a team that's 20-1 when they score 120 points. So let's hope that that stands. And well, I guess
points once again, his 14th 30-point game. The 6th time, well, the 5th time in February. I forget now, we're into March, the first day of March.
Yeah.
I was about to say
now.
the 6th time in February, but we've turned the page. We've turned the calendar.
How about that? Already March flying by.
TP pump fake, gets Thompson in the air. And Brown with another rebound. So he's got 12 points, 7 rebounds. In his last game here this year, says Jason Kidd, as a Dallas Maverick. Thompson to Marshall. Walked with it.
He had a wide open look.
Forget who led the Bucks by 10 in the first half. Now the Bucks have led by as many as 23. Hesitation, Dame puts on the burners and draws the foul.
Great job by Brook to just sprint up there, create a foot 2, and going to shoot it over him. Able to draw that contact as good as anybody in this league and get to the foul line. Good time to do it. Milwaukee needing some points to just put this game away.
Brown's third personal, and happen here.
Guys making the referee make these calls, and when you got Giannis on the attack, I think he demands a certain level of respect and making the right call right there.
Did you ask artificial intelligence about Brown's wingspan in the commercial break? But he's still got the prime seats.
Still got the prime seats.
Still there. Saw him at the road Lakers game.
That's right. And he's got a few more $1 billion in his bank account because he sold his majority share, so I'm sure he's fine with it.
Left to play in this one. Coach Craig say it's a little bit too early to call, especially when you got that guy still on the floor. Kyrie Irving with the miss. He's got 31 points on the night. And Giannis and Dame, 24 points for Giannis, 25 for Dame with the basketball right now. Giannis still with his 8 rebounds and 7 assists. Feeding Giannis. Oh, count the bucket, body bucket and 1. And Giannis is.
Guy, Chad, my kids, when they say, ask Chad. They thought I was asking my friend Chad all these questions. Chad knows everything you ask it. I said, no, chat.
5 on Moses. And Giannis has got 27. Hardy with another, his third 3-point make. Can I say right now, Giannis is 11 of 13 from the foul line, too, tonight?
It's becoming a thing. It really is. He's always been a really good free throw shooter late, but making free throws throughout the game like that, I think it should just become a more common thing for him because it makes a difference.
Dame for 3, just pouring it on from distance.
Yeah, it's tough to come back on this team when you got Dame handling the ball, so much control. You're not taking it from him. You got to foul him.
There's Brown.
He's impressive, you know, watching what he's been able to do and fill in for these guys that have been out their whole front court essentially out. He's done a heck of a job of filling that gap, and he's going to pop up somewhere, like you said, last day on his 10-day, and he is getting his money's worth.
Yeah, you got to wonder which team is going to be able to snatch him up. Giannis lowering his head against Thompson. He'll spin and hit, and it's been the Giannis Dame show, and GA is having a good time. Look at that reaction.
Yeah, it's that point in the game. You can feel it. You don't get that smirk unless he knows they're going to win the game. He's making shots. So is his guy Dame. So he's feeling pretty good. A little bit of defense just to finish it off.
And Giannis and Dame just so close. Giannis 1 point off of 30. Dame a bucket off of 30. For both of them to get 30 points in the same game, but I think we might be running out of time. Giannis jab snap between the legs against Thompson. He wants some more. Looking for a 30-point game, dishing it off there to Brook Lopez, who gets another bucket.
All the way to the finish line, dropping dimes, finding his guys, and why not?
The most the Bucks have scored, 135, February 9th against Philly. There's Hardy on back-to-back. Bucks sitting at 132.
Well, just an impressive game. Like you said, down by 10 in that first quarter against this Dallas team that was scrapping, trying to do everything they could. Doc and Jay Kidd showing some love, and just the battle of these coaches and the team.